Let's talk about the investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, pal, hate to admit it. I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Edgeworth, though. How is Edgeworth doing anyway? Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Hot coffee. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles. Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jackhammer's prints on the bottle. So that means... Yeah, it sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Well, no, they'll say, like, there was no evidence. That, like, we don't know for a fact that he ate it. Then we say it's on the plate. So we'll have to go through that, probably. Thanks, though. Let's go to the dressing room and see if anything's in here. Empty dressing rooms like this are kind of lonely, aren't they? I'm sure Mr. Powers will be back soon. He'll be fine. Yeah. Can I examine anything? Come pick it up himself soon. Nope, nothing. That's fine. October 19th. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Obviously. Let's go to... Oh, I can't actually go to Studio 1. October 9th. Oh, yeah, that's right. I gave the key card up, so I can't go in there. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Jesus Christ. Maya, you should at least try to be polite and shut the fuck up. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Let's talk about Mr. Manila. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. No. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My fey blood speaks to me. I know it. Oh dear. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shush. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh dear. Can I present her with anything? No? Can I please examine that furnace? Incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. And it's already covered in soot. Fuck off. I don't want to go in here. Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting a rare card she needed. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. Anything on the table? This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cuts scattered around. Oh my god. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. What's the crumpled document? What's that drink? This is where they... Okay, no. Can I present her with anything? She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? Hey, you look. God damn it. Okay, well, you're useless. Let's go somewhere else. Detention Center. October 19th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. You could stop looking so vulnerable, too. Hey, WP, only one day left. Let's make it count. Yeah. There's not really anything I can do to help. Haha, I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. I don't want to screw myself out of never getting a case again. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. You son of a bitch! Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I can imagine him drawing. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh. Yeah, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in the business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Can I present you with this plate? Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of what might help. Sorry. Snap. Sleeping pills. No. None of that's useful. Well, see you later, WP. Anything interesting here? No. Can't talk to her anymore. No. Huh. I didn't mean to go here. I mean, it has to be Vasquez that did it. Actually, no. Vasquez told Sal to do it, and he did it. Actually, he's probably... Okay, no, he's not. Anything I can talk to her about? No, fuck. Can I present her with this? I need to get some form of reaction out of her. Something, something, something. She's pissing me off. Let's look at this. This is where Salmonella and D. Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. Something wrong? I don't know, I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. Fucking course not. There's a big 2 painted here. So this is the number in Cody's photograph. And to think if he hadn't brought the that photograph in. Don't get all teary-eyed yet. Can I look at anything? A light van for moving stuff and equipment around. They kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it would run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. But look, I have this. God damn it. I'm not sure what to do. Because there's nothing in here that I can look at. She's clammed up. Let's go, I guess go to the attorney's office, talk to Maya, see if she has anything useful to say. Steel Samurai. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What, you mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP Powers, right? I mean, I already did. He's fucking useless. I'll go back. Let's present this. No. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. Fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean so much to these kids, you know? It was fucking pointless. Here's that picture again. Is that really Jack Hammer inside that suit? He's the only one who it could have been. But why would he? Yeah, why? You're the medium. Why don't you summon up Mr. Hammer's spirit and ask him yourself? Give me about 3 more years. Look at us, the 2 novices. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Wait, can I talk any more? No. Miss Old Bag. What? Get that filth out of my sight. And you're claiming that poor old Hammer in there. And I thought you were such an innocent youth. Bah. When did that happen? Miss Old Bag, what do you think of this? Think. I'm not in the mood for thinking. Thank you very much. Miss Old Bag. Nope. Nothing. Anything? No. Can I talk to you? Oh wait, can I steal anything from in here? Security guard station. This old bag must like junk food. There's a mountain of it on the desk here. I can see the computer that runs the security cameras. Oh wait, let's see if it's on. Maybe there might be something on there. A computer that runs the security cameras. Huh? Looks like it's been turned off for the day. Damn it. Employee area. Anything on this? Yeah, nothing. Anything? Here, tell me about this steak plate. It's looking like Will Powers was drugged. I'm going to go back to the precinct to do some more detailed tests. You're being very free with your information today, Detective. Well, don't go telling anyone this, pal, but I was kind of impressed at today's trial, too. Most lawyers would have given up after the director's testimony. I think if it'd been anyone but you up there, Powers would have been done for by now. I appreciate it. Detective, about that bottle. Oh, that? Talk about embarrassing, pal. Can't believe I missed out on my first sweep for evidence. Don't know how I can apologize to Mr. Edgeworth. It must be tough being a detective with all that responsibility. Talk. No. Shit. One more time in the dressing room. Oh, hello. Thank God something changed. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yeah, but I'm really grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! No! Poor Steel Samurai. Let me talk about Mr. Hammer. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt, you know, bad stuff. Oh, I thought he was dirty. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set. Was that trailer part of the film set, then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore. No more, samurai shows. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what the Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to be making kid shows anymore? Well, the studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all of this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero, a new idol now. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Pathogorn. Take that, damn it. I'm gonna hit you with this book. And this? A fan collected all these photographs. It's not like she has a fucking say in this. She's not a director or producer. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. Thank God I didn't go to 5 years first. Can you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this, Miss Oldbag? She was here at the studios back then, you know. I'm sure she's been here for the last 40 years. Thanks, we'll try asking. If she'll talk. She will. Because, you know, she's got to talk about her beloved Mr. Hammer. What are you still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do you think they made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Don't worry, as long as she doesn't bite you, it'll be fun. Just make sure you're an arm's distance away. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, that assistant you talked to. Where's Dimes, though? Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about that accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers. Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer still powers his costume. You'd expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer still powers his costume? Yeah. Sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer still powers his costume. Sleeping pills? Here's my proof. What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Or is your proof that he used those sleeping pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so. This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Godspeed. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired. See, tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Of fucking course she does. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph, probably from the one 5 years ago. Oh, fuck. Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of the stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. Jesus, that's a hell of a way to go. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo. Thanks, I appreciate it. See you in hell, old bastard. Nah, now I'm gonna go yell at Miss Vasquez. Oh, wait, yeah. Wait, was this always like this? Like, was it always bent? Because I swear to God, if I miss that, I'm actually gonna be pissed off at myself. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're looking good. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. You're not going to mention that? Wow. Wow. Wow, Phoenix. Just, wow. Let's go inside the trailer. Is there anything I can examine? Can I examine this again? No. Okay. No, let's go yell at, Miss Vasquez. Okay. Present. She's not even Where? What? Where did you get that? Very well. Old bag. Old? She means the security later, Miss Old Bagneck. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. I prefer the outside, actually. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I prefer talking about it outside. I don't want to be shot. Huh, you came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez. You were using that incident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? I like that he's just like a fucking tennis player over here. That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So, I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh. I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour on its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Of course she did. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negative. In the negatives, he could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. This is why I would have liked to stay outside. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so bad? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why would D. Vasquez care about it all? Care at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, a race away. No! No, it's okay. I'll... Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. You're under arrest. Yeah, you might need a little bit of backup. Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah, she killed him. Or had him knocked off. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Police, put your hands in the air. Yeah, I know. I definitely would want to do that. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Oh, don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Jesus. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure you will run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. To be continued. I'm gonna rip her apart on that stand. No mercy. And give me more of that saving music. October 20th, 10 a.m. at District Court, courtroom number 4. God, court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Willpowers. And boy, I'm going to tear it apart. I'm going to put her in jail and hopefully not get knocked off.